Look at Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse. I think this is a great movie. It's one that has interesting and creative animation that immediately pops. The acting is really good. The story is well told. I like the songs here. I like the music. And the action scenes are fun. I really like what this movie does with Peter B. Parker. I like that this movie actually does a better job of doing what Avengers Endgame tries to do. Like, if you think about it, there's a lot of similarities between Fat Four from Endgame and Peter B. Parker from Spider-Verse, but Peter B. Parker shows how to do it right because he's a serious character, unlike Fat Four from Endgame that could have been much more interesting, but unfortunately, the filmmakers chose to be comedic with it. They chose to make Thor come off like an SNL parody of himself. With Peter B. Parker, you do have a hero that's older, burnt out. At first, he's pretty cynical, jaded, doesn't really want to teach Miles, but then because he ends up teaching Miles, he regains purpose. And then I love the setup payoff you get here where Peter B. Parker tells Miles, you won't know when it's time. It's a leap of faith. When Miles is tied to a chair as Peter B. Parker and the others go off to fight Kingpin. And then right at the end, shortly before Miles drops Peter B. Parker so Peter B. Parker can get back to his own universe, Miles tells Peter, you won't. It's a leap of faith. And then I like the contrast we get in this film between Peter A. Parker and Peter B. Parker. We see that you have this one version of Peter, the first version we see, that is happy. Everything's going well for him, and then he dies very quickly. After that, we see the opposite version of Peter, the one who's older, burnt out. He has lost things in his life, but he actually regains purpose and meaning again. I like that we learn he is the way he is because his version of Aunt May died, and then he lost MJ because the two of them split up. But then by the end of the movie, Peter B. Parker actually goes back to his version of MJ to apologize. I like that moment where Peter B. Parker sees an alternate version of MJ when everyone is at that event put on by Kingpin. The other spider people have to remind Peter B. Parker, this isn't your version of MJ, but Peter can't help himself. He says the things he wants to say to his version of MJ. And I think that Aunt May is good here. I like that moment where Miles actually comes back in the finale, has not only has his own suit, but can actually turn invisible on command. So I think this is a great Spider-Man movie, one that I really don't have any issues with, to be honest.